What's up, guys? So I have a Masked Hero deck profile for you guys today because this is a deck that can keep up with Pepe's kind of, because if you open Dark Law and a lot of the stuff that goes to the grave will get banished. So it's always a fun deck to play against Pepe's. I figured I'd profile it for you guys. It's a real quick build. So kicking it off, you have 3 Shadow Mists. Your main hero monster in the deck, you want to get to him as quick as possible. To special, if you special him, you get to search your mass change. If he gets sent to the graveyard, you can add an elemental hero from deck. But you can only activate one of his effects per turn. So, yeah. So that's him. And then we're playing 2 Bubble Man. Some of the Masked Hero decks I see don't play Bubble Man at all, or they play 3 or they play 1. I'm playing 2. It seems to work the best for me. So 2 Bubble Man. Running 1 Alias and 1 Avian. Now this is the part that's a little different from most. I know a lot of decks usually run 3 Alias or 2 Alias. I'm just running the 1 Alias and 1 Avian because I like going in Divine Wind. I like his effect. And I feel like drawing into Alias is kind of not the best all the time, so this way I don't see him often, but I can still search him out with the triple E calls. So that's the 7 elemental heroes you're going to be playing in the deck. And then I got the triple, 2 Goblinberg and 2 Summoner Monks. That's a little bit of a change from the build. A little bit of a change in the build because when Rhoda's at 1, it's a little harder to search out Goblinberg. So then I only play the 2. And then Summoner Monk, you're playing a lot of spells. So having Summoner Monks is not a bad thing for this deck at all, because you're only playing 5 traps and 11 monsters. So that leaves a lot of room for spell cards. And that's it for the monsters. For the spells, we got 1 Rhoda and 3 E-calls. Self-explanatory to search for your monsters. Rhoda's at 1, you play 1. E-calls at 3, you search out your heroes. And then this is really the key card here. You're playing triple mass change. Helps you get into your mass heroes. And 1 mass change second. Now, some of the decks play 2 or 3 mass change 2, but I only play 1 because I really don't like drawing it. And you are playing 3 mass charge. So with 3 mass charge, you can recycle it pretty easily. But, yeah. So, then we're playing 1 A Hero Lives. Some of the decks I've seen play 3 or 2 of this. I only play 1. I don't really like cutting my life points in half, because let's say your opponent solemns this, like a solemns the summon, then then you're at half life points and you still ain't got shit. Or if you're gonna run solemn in the deck, you don't want to have too little life points. So 2 Miracle Fusion, kind of self-explanatory. You can go into some of the fusions that are in your deck, minus the Masked Heroes. Yeah. And we're playing Triple Pot of Duality. Triple Pot of Duality. For deck thinning, to kind of get into your deck a little bit. You open those dead hands. And, if you open with a Summoner Monk in this, you can just Summoner Monk and ditch this. But a lot of the times, I end up with a dead hand somewhere and Pot gets me out of the jam. Because Pepe and Perform Mages and stuff is all Pendulum decks. Remaining triple MST. I feel like this is going to be a really good card, this format. I'm playing 2 Dark Holes to pop your opponent's Pendulum Scales. 1 Econ, and 1 My Body as a Shield. I'm playing My Body as a Shield over playing Solemn Warning. You could play Solemn Warning if you want. It's really situational, but I guess Solemn Warning is an overall better card, but I like this in this build because it's a spell. And then you're playing 3 Call It a Haunted, special summoning. You know, if you summon your Shadow Mist and your opponent bottomlesses, or not bottomless, torrentials it, or dark holes the field or whatever, you can just kind of call it 100 and back. You get the special and search. And then the last 2 cards in the main is Torrential Tribute and the Bottomless Trap Hole. Kind of self-explanatory, I guess. Okay, then for your extra deck, you're running obviously triple Dark Claw. That's kind of standard for this deck at this point, is running the triple Dark Claws. And then we're running 1 Acid. Personally, I would like to run 2, but I only have 1. So I gotta cut my losses, you know. And then we're playing 1 Divine Wind and 1 Koga. I like Koga's effect because you can banish a hero from your graveyard and target 1 face-up monster on the field, and it loses attack equal to the banished monster. And then Divine Wind lets you draw a card when it destroys a monster. So that's always good to have. And then the last 3 fusions in the deck is Elemental Hero the Shining, the Great Tornado, and this guy right here. You could drop him to play a second Acid, but I like having the option to go into him. You never know. And then for rank 4s in the deck, you're playing 2 101s. A really good card. And since Exciton's banned, why not? You could run Castel too. Like 1 101 and 1 Castel. But I don't have a Castel to run, so I'm going to be running that. Got a Black Ship, a number 80 Rhapsody, Heartland Draco. Heartland Draco comes in handy, especially if your opponent's got a full field. You go into this and just attack their life points directly. But, you know, that's my personal preference. And Gaga Cowboy. Really good in the Cosmo matchup, because of its effect to gain 1,000 and your opponent's monster loses 500. So that's pretty boss. Yeah. So that's the deck, guys. If you liked it, give the thumbs up button a big like. If you have any criticism, anything you think I should run or change, leave it in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. And I will see you guys later.